Hi everyone, welcome back to Diamond Paintings with Mike, and today we have got hopefully the finish of Lara. Now I said that about the chicken, but I think we'll have a good sort of hour or so on it, and oh dear, that's come on the wrong way. Oopsie. Yeah, don't put it on the wrong way because it will peel like, yeah, not good. Now that was the bag, it would rip it off, so like the print. But oh my god, I have not stopped today. I've just been manic today, absolutely cream crackered. Hello, we've got a drill embedded there. Whew. Now, I may sound out of breath because I've just come back from town, but let's rewind to 8 o'clock this morning on a Friday. My day off and I have to get up early. Marvellous. Now, I had to go to the doctor's today for a routine blood test thing, and I had a late night sleep last night, 2 o'clock, and and then had to be up for like 8 o'clock, and I normally take my phone with me and just put it on the bedside cabinet, because after I've watched TikTok I just leave it there for the alarm. Well, I was so worried that I wouldn't get up in time, and you have to be careful with the doctors, because if you keep turning up late or you don't attend your appointments, they can actually take you off their register. Very similar with the dentist. And with everyone wanting doctors at the moment, you don't want to be took off the register because there's probably going to be a long wait. So I put my phone in the kitchen because I thought if I leave it in the bedroom, I'm just going to get up, turn it off, or, you know, if I put it on my desk here, I'll just turn it off again. Whereas if it's in the kitchen and I leave the bedroom door open, I can hear it and it'll make me want to get up. And once I'm up and up, I can't get back to sleep again. I have tried that before and it don't work. So got up at 8 o'clock, made a cuppa, and started to watch a bit of YouTube for this video. I was editing the video for this, stage 1. Did a bit of reading with my magazines that I need to read and letters that I've got to do, and then it got to sort of like the 11 o'clock, and I was getting ready for the doctors, and headed off to the doctors about 11:05. So went to have my blood test, and it was really empty in there. Like there was probably about 1 or 2 of us, and I actually found out the other day that apparently there's 2 of me, apparently, because they were emailing me because they wanted to do a blood pressure check, and I had to pick up the form, and normally they email you when it's ready for pickup, and I got a phone call, and I picked up this prior, like the week before, because obviously I have to do the blood pressure before I go for the, you know, the blood pressure diary before I go for the actual blood pressure. And I thought, why am I getting a call? And they rang me and left me a voicemail saying, oh, you need to pick up some paperwork you've left. And I was like, no, that can't be me, because I've already picked it up. So I emailed them and they said, oh, we're sorry. Unfortunately, there's 2 of the same name or something. So there's basically 2 of me, but someone else has got the same name as me. So how confusing is that? Like, it would be fun to like meet the other person, like, but yeah, 2 of me. So they obviously got the wrong Michael. So and what makes it even fun is they've even got the same surname as me. Like, so it is really creepy. Like, there's 2 of me registered at the same doctor's. Like, I haven't got twins, so it'd be funny, like, if I went there one day and they said, like, we both turned up, you know. But anyway, so had the blood test, and they took like 3 bottles of it. So I had like this form they gave me, and it's like checking the liver, checking vitamins, checking B12 and all this stuff. So you normally have to ring up to get the results, but I can just go on the NHS app and do it that way. And yeah, that's the thing with the NHS app as well. If you keep booking and cancelling appointments on there, they'll restrict your access to it. So yeah, they're quite hot on things. So yeah, and then I had to wait about 10 minutes or so, and then I came out and went into the reception, because before I went to the doctor's I was trying to book an appointment, because I've been getting, the last week or so, I mean, I've got I don't think it's high cholesterol, they said like borderline cholesterol, but I've been getting like really shortness of breath when I'm walking and stuff, and that's unlike me. So whether I've gained a few pounds, I don't know. I really don't know. And so I thought, well, this is strange. My doctor's not coming up on the system, because I'm not one for phoning. I cannot stand phoning up places. It's either email, letter, or I don't respond. Or if it really needs a phone call, then I'll get my mum to do it. So yeah, I thought, well, this is strange. My doctor's not coming up on the system. And I checked like a few days ago and it still weren't there. And tried to look for the doctor and she still weren't there. And I was like, how bizarre. So I thought, well, while I'm in there, I'll speak to reception and see if I can book it there. And she said, oh, I'm so sorry, because I showed her the app, and she said, we're so sorry, your doctor's not in until the end of the month. And I was like, what? So I've got to wait till like the end of the month, because apparently you have to see your like allocated doctor. So not really sure what that's all about, but apparently it's got to be the allocated doctor. But obviously if you really need to see a doctor, you can see like someone else until your normal doctor comes in. So I said, I need to book an appointment, please, because I've got like shortness of breath and sort of need to check it out. And not like gasping for air, but I just feel like it's like much more like I keep breathing, like, how to describe it? It's like, not like, you know, when you breathe and it's like, and you're gasping for air, but like you can feel like it's not the regular rhythm. And I always like to check things out if it's, you know, if I let it sort of go a week, and then if it don't improve, then yeah, I've got to get it checked out. So anyway, she said, oh, we've actually got an appointment for 12:20, and I was like, oh, lovely, yeah, I'll have that. And so I went in there, and before I went there, this woman was having an argument in there, because apparently she's got something wrong with her eye, and she's been arguing or something with one of the doctors, because the doctor won't prescribe, or, you know, they get audited on their prescriptions, so they can't, you know, if they're not allowed to give it out, they won't. They don't like giving out antibiotics, because I think your body can get immune to it. So the reception was trying to tell her, like, you need to go to obviously A&E or like an optician. And then the woman was going, but the opticians are not doctors. And the receptionist was like, but they're the next sort of like closest thing to like a doctor. So obviously she's sort of got worked up and crying going out the surgery. And I really felt sorry for the receptionist, because it wasn't her fault. And, you know, the patient's in agony as well. And, you know, with me, if I feel like a doctor is not giving me, like if I get any sort of indication that I don't think I'm being told the right information, I will get a second opinion from a different doctor, because you know what's wrong with your body. And sometimes you get told it's this and it's not that, you get me? So yeah, anyway, she said, oh, we've got an appointment for 12:20. Now what was even interesting is someone came in before that and said, could I book an appointment? And they said, all the appointments are booked out today, you'll have to come back. So then how comes I got to put an appointment at 12:20, unless obviously they make room for like emergency appointments? Because I think with dentists and doctors, I know the dentists do, they have to keep like a few slots free in case like an emergency comes up, like they're in, you know, really bad pain and they need to get it removed and stuff. And yeah, so there I was, and the first time I had to go down the stairs into the room there, and there was literally like one person there. It's lovely when it's like that because you just know that you ain't got a long wait. And then to see the other doctor, I had to go all the way up because the person who does the blood test is like a nurse. So then I had to go all the way upstairs to see a doctor I've never seen before, and she was ever so helpful. And she took my oxygen and she said, "Oh yeah, your oxygen's lovely, all working well. Your blood pressure is a little bit raised, which is the norm for me." And she got me to use this, like, it's a really weird tube thing. And what you do is it's like a tube, and it's got like these little numbers with like an indicator. And what you do is you're supposed to like blow really hard on it. Sort of like if you was driving a car and you had to do like is it an alcohol test or that drink test? Yeah, drink sort of test that you do. You know, when like you have to do a drink test to see how much alcohol is in your system. Well, anyway, it was like that. And she said, "I need you to breathe out and just blow as hard as you can so that this little indicator would move up." And I got it right to the end, and she was like, "Oh my God." She was laughing and she was going, she was like, "Oh, you've got it right to the end." Because obviously if the arrow was somewhere up here, it means like your lungs are not working well. And she said, "Oh yeah, yeah, your lungs are working perfectly." And I thought, well, what is this making me short of breath then? And she said, "Do you get wheezing?" And wheezing is where like your chest sounds like a whistle, and croakiness. And I said sometimes. And then I mentioned to her about the septum. I was telling you the other day where the septum in the middle of your nose, sometimes it can get pushed like a bow, and it can make it harder to breathe and stuff. So people have to have like nose reconstruction and stuff to sort it out. And she said, "What I'm going to do is well, before that, she said, have you had asthma?" And I've said, yeah, I've had that in my, younger years when I was a kid, way back in like preschool, or I think it was junior school actually. And I said, "Yeah." And she goes, "Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you an inhaler." And guess what? I'm back to one of these. Now, I don't like these things. I'm really thankful it's not the brown one, because the brown one is, I think, steroids. Now, they've given me this pump thing, and apparently I only have to take it. It's not like regular. I only have to take it as and when I need it. It said for inhalation use or something, but it's a reliever, so it's to relieve like any sort of I don't know, like if something's in your airways, something. So yeah, I haven't had one of them since probably leaving junior school. But because when you're a kid, they say that you can grow out of it, but it can come back. So yeah, so not very happy with it. I mean, obviously I'm happy that everything's, it's not anything serious, like, I've got like an organ not working properly or something. But she said, "Do you get any chest pain?" And I said, "Not really, no." But I'm just pleased I don't have to use it there and then. So whether that's going to be on a repeat or not, I don't know, because normally if it's like a one-off thing, they sort of try you on it and then that's it. But she did say that the pharmacists will ring you up to see how you got on with it, because it's a new medication. So yeah, and the pharmacists is like an expert in medication, so they know everything to do with it. So if you've got any concerns or questions, or if you're not sure if you can take it with this medication or that medication, they're the best people to ask. So obviously I'm with Pharmacy to You, so obviously I didn't want to hang around for delivery. And what you can do is, if you need it like urgently, you can get an emergency prescription and you can pick it up from any pharmacy. And I said, "Is there any chance I could just not hop like to the pharmacy today and then just swap it back to Pharmacy to You, just so I can get this pump?" And she said, "Yeah, let me go and have a look." So she tried to ring the doctor. She wasn't picking up the phone, and so she had to go all the way up the stairs, and they gave me the prescription. So then I go all the way to the pharmacy, and they say, "Oh, sorry, we can't give you it because it's registered under Pharmacy to You." And I was like, "Well, it can't be, because they've just said that I can have it for here." And they said, "Well, it is." So then I had to go all the way back to the doctor's to then explain to them that they've put the wrong pharmacy on there. So obviously if it's the wrong pharmacy, they won't pick it up, which I don't understand really, because normally when you get a prescription, you can pick it up from any pharmacy. So I don't understand that. So anyway, then they said, oh, sorry, we've had to, I think she had to go and see the manager, and the manager had to tweak it, and she's sort of redone it. And so I came out, went all the way back there, and they managed to do it. So yeah, and then I just popped them an email just to say, like, can you flip it back to pharmacy to you now? Because I think I was waiting like perhaps 10 minutes. It's just always busy. There's always people in there when you're like waiting and stuff. So yeah, it's one of them things which, you know, I'm thankful for the help, but I wasn't expecting to have an inhaler. I mean, I just went in there to just sort of check it over, just to make sure that nothing's like blocking the airway or anything. And I mean, that's a bit drastic, but you know, I'm quite a heavy breather, so I breathe quite heavily through my nose and that, and I'm not really sure why. And yeah, so everything's, she said the oxygen's all good and that. The blood test won't come back for a few days, but again, I don't need to ring up because I can check that on the app. So what's today, Friday? I might check back on Monday on that. Because when you take blood pressure medication, especially Ramipril, it can have an effect on your kidneys, and so, or the kidneys or the liver, one of the two. And so you have to have regular checks with the blood test, because if you keep taking it, there is a chance that your kidneys could start to have problems and stuff. So yeah, so hopefully I don't need to have it, but I suppose when I'm like really sort of shortness of breath, it just helps out. So it felt really weird to have that when I've had that all them years ago, you know. But as I say, it just goes to show that, you know, asthma can return. And I don't really have asthma. I mean, she didn't say it was asthma, but she said, we'll give you a pump to just help it out and that. So, because she's not my usual doctor, you see. So obviously they will go by the notes on the screen that are on your file. But yeah, she was ever so helpful. Really, really helpful. So I don't mind doctors and I don't mind dentists. It's hospitals that I don't... Well, I like hospitals a little bit, but I just... You never know what they're going to do to you. Like if you've got to have an operation, you know, the minute, you know, you're all prepared to go for the operation and you're like, yeah, we'll do it, go ahead with it. And then when the operation day comes, you're sort of like, oh my God, I'm shitting myself here. Like, I'm really like nervous. And you can actually feel like your heart thumping and, you know, where you're getting like an adrenaline rush and anxiety because you're nervous at the operation. And I had an operation many, many years ago. And my dad was, I think, in the waiting room or something. And what they did is I believe I had the gas mask. No, oh my God. Not the gas mask, bloody hell. I had the oxygen mask, and they put like this big, like what looked like, you know, the tumble dryers with that big flexible tube thing that people tend to put out the window. Well, they were blowing hot air into my bed duvet, and it was very uncomfortable. Because obviously hot air is supposed to like make you tired. So even with hot heating makes you tired and stuff. So apparently, as I was going under the anaesthesia thing, my dad said that helicopter land. So he was there throughout the whole of the operation. So God knows what he was doing for like 3 to 4 hours. But it's just nice to have someone there with you for when you come round. Because when I come out of anaesthesia or anaesthetic, whatever they call it, it takes me longer than normal people to like, it takes me longer than other people to come out of it. But yeah, so now I'm sort of like constantly thinking on my mind, oh no, what's the blood tests gonna come back as? Is there gonna be something that flags up? And yeah, because last time they did a blood test, that's when they found that the cholesterol was a little bit raised. So yeah, I mean, I'm actually have found out as well that I keep drinking a hell of a lot more. So I'm going to wait for the blood test, but I'm going to see whether I really, really, really want to have a diabetes test, because when I looked at the symptoms of diabetes type 2, they said symptoms are like drinking a lot, going to the toilet like throughout the night. So yeah, I do want to check that out, but I felt like today was enough with things to sort out as it is. So like I went in there originally for a blood test and then ended up coming out with an asthma pump. So yeah, I feel like, you know, I've been in there long enough sort of thing. So I'll wait for the blood tests to come back and see what that says. And normally if there's a problem, they will ask you to come in or to book an appointment with the GP. So yeah, I'm afraid, people, that I'm 32 and I'm getting old. So unfortunately I'm dying. I shouldn't really laugh, but you know, how the hell can a 32-year-old have high blood pressure, like borderline cholesterol, and now on this bloody pump thing? It's not good, is it? Like, I mean, when I got told about the high blood pressure, they said you're quite young to have that. So I mean, I can't, you know, I just don't understand it. I was in a very, very stressful job because I do retail now. But the job I was in prior to that, I do blame that job for why I got the blood pressure, because it was very stressful. If you've ever worked in catering, you know how, like, you never get any time to yourself. It's like, especially when you're like, when you're on the service run, you've got to like constantly getting the plates in. You know, there's people coming in lining up for food. You've got all the plates coming in, and then of course the people serving the food need more plates. You've got to get it all through the dishwasher, back out again. Like, you just don't stop. It's like a workout. It's so stressful, and it shouldn't be like that. But yeah, I'd never do catering again. 7 years I did that for, and in November, I think it was 2022, I resigned because I was like, enough is enough. Like, I can't put my body through this anymore. You know, it's just, I can't do it. Yeah, I physically cannot do this rushing around and, you know, all this. So I'm in a much more relaxed role now with retail. I enjoy it. It's the best thing about it is seeing you know, your normal customers that come in each week, seeing all your regular customers, seeing all new products coming in. I'd love to work for the range. Could you imagine like working in the range? Like, oh my god, like I'd have to spend like, that would be so cool. Like, or like if you worked for the range, you could have like one free product per month for being an employer of them. But oh my god, like I would so work for the range. But I've only recently just moved into like retail. So when I resigned in 2022, I think it was, I moved to retail then. So technically I'm already in like a new job. So I don't really want to change again. I mean, I can resign whenever I want, but I'm quite happy with the job I'm in. So, but yeah, never say never. The range would be a fantastic shop to shop in. And thank you very much to Hannah, who mentioned about the Argos. So yeah, Hannah's had a few problems with Argos, but apparently they came back and give her the right stuff or something. So yeah, thanks for that, Hannah. I appreciate that. With me, I don't really like returning things, so if they can just do a refund and you can show them a picture that is broke, great. Like, I don't want to go through the hassle of having to like find a box to wrap it up to then like take back. And the post offices are so weird, right? So I was in the post office because after the doctors, let me see what I want to work on next. These blue eggs are lovely, aren't they? Let's do, where's my 5 gone? Yeah, so when I came out of the doctors, I went into town to get some bits from Sainsbury's and get some more Jammy Dodgers because they're on offer at the moment. And I went into, I really, really fancied it was sort of around lunchtime. And I couldn't make my mind up because I went into Sainsbury's, got some hot cross buns, and then I thought, oh, should I have them and what's it? Or should I have like a beautiful bap from from Greg's? And yeah, I opted for the BAP, but I still got the hot cross buns. So and And I went for that lovely, it's not called, I thought it was Mediterranean chicken, but it's actually called tandoori. And oh my God, if you've never had that, Bab, it's bloody gorgeous. It's a little bit spicy, not too spicy that it's going to burn your mouth off, but it's gorgeous. And I got this pink lucasade, but I have found, someone's done a TikTok video, something to do with this blue lucasade is on offer for 50p, like, and it's normally like £2, so you get 12 for like 50p each. So there's this new blue, I think it's blueberry, but it's lucasade out now. So yeah, I got the tandoori chicken bap and also a pink lemonade. And it's so frustrating because they don't come with crisps. So I had to go to Sainsbury's to get some crisps. And they were doing Wotsits for £1.50, and I thought, oh, I love Wotsits, especially the giant ones. And the best bit is when you've got that lump of, like, you know, the cheese effect, like Wotsits are cheesy, but you know when it's like that powdery stuff at the bottom of the bag where it's not mixed properly on the crisps. Oh, a chunk of that is so good. And got home and discovered that the Wotsits weren't the giant ones. They were actually individual bags of a 6-pack. So I was like, oh man. So I had to have 2 bags of crisp to sort of make up for like the big bag. And then I went into, literally got home because I also had Amazon coming, and I'm trying to walk slowly through the town thinking that Amazon would turn up while I'm in town rather than have to go all the way back. But no, I think I got down past the pet grooming place, who there's like a dog parlour here that they cut all dogs' fur and that. And they said, oh, it's 8 stops away. So I'm slowly walking towards home because I'm like not standing in town, just doing nothing. And I realised that I had to go to the bottle bank. So I dropped off the Dolomio bottle. I'm forever going to that bottle bank with the amount of candles I buy. I've actually thought about, you know, keeping them. And I used to, when I very first started diamond painting, with my spares, I used to put them in like a big jar. And see, like, all it was like sand art, you know, how it all filled up with all the different colours. But I just literally found that I was having jars everywhere, and I just don't have the space for that. So yeah, I don't do that anymore. It goes in the bag. I mean, it would save like loads of bags everywhere, but yeah, it's the other aspect is obviously if you need a spare, you've got to like pour them all out and like try and sift through which ones you need. So perhaps I should do like 4 jars and collect like all the same colour but in different jars. So like a jar of blue, a jar of, you know. So anyway, I got home and thought, well, I might as well have lunch now. And I'll have to go back. And I was debating, should I go back, should I not? And because it's hot weather, it was baked beans. And I thought, oh, I don't know about this, because I've had an occasion where I've sent beans to the locker and they were these snap pots. And I don't know what the hell happened, but one of them was all manky and green and all the rest were okay, but the actual wrapping was like all wet and stuff. So, but this was inside like a brown Amazon package, so I'm not sure what happened because the package weren't wet, like the external packaging. So anyway, I thought I'll eat my chicken, you know, and just do that. And then half an hour later, Amazon text, I was like, oh, I really can't be asked to go back out again now. But I thought, well, I might as well, you know, because when I've got a package to pick up, it just plays on my mind going, you go and pick it up, 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 go and pick it up. Go and pick it up, go and pick it up, go and pick it up, go and pick it up. I was doing a song there, so I went all the way back there, and yeah, so this woman in front, I don't know why they do this, but post offices have now done this new thing. I don't know if it's Amazon's ruling, but anyway, this woman wanted to return, she bought a bin or something and it came damaged and the box was damaged, and so she took it to the post office all wrapped up back to return to Amazon. And she said, oh no, we can't accept it like that. They have to be took out of the box. So the person who's in the post office who works there was cutting open the lady's box to then take it out of the box to put a sticker on it. And then like the woman was left with the box and she was like, can you chuck that away for me? And she was like, oh no, we don't do the recycling here because it says on there that they have to pack it. It's like when I got Teddy some Thomas the Tank Engine slippers, because he's into Thomas the Tank Engine, and they didn't fit. I needed the next size up, because I thought my brother said size 4. Well, he's size 6. So I took that back, I think it was last week, and I put it in a jiffy bag, because I don't like the idea of them seeing what you've got. And apparently they have to pack it for you, so you don't have to have the bag or a box or a label. You take the item like out of the packaging. Obviously if you're returning something and it's got packaging, then pack it back up as best you can, like as if you would have received it like that. And then you have to take it to the post office for them to like get this envelope, or like if it's a big item, I don't think they box it, they just put a label on it. And Amazon do things like that where you can actually, you buy something and there's literally no packaging on it. You see what the driver can see what it is, but there is an option where on Amazon where you can, like, there's a tick box and you can say pack in Amazon packaging, because some of my paintings have come like that before. So anyway, then he was like, he scanned it and he said Thomas the Tank Engine shoes, and I was like, how do you know what that is? Because it's like when you post something as well, they go, oh, what's in it for safety reasons? Like, surely you've already done that. Because if I'm dropping something off at the post office, I'd buy the label online and just do what's called click and drop. So obviously Warmal would know what that is already. And he scanned the parcel and he was like, Thomas the Tank Engine shoes, and he got them and then was like putting it in an envelope. So I don't know why they have to pack it for, but I mean, ages ago you could send returns back into an Amazon locker. So where you'd normally pick up an Amazon locker parcel, there's an option where you could, well, there used to be, I don't think they do it now, but there used to be an option where you could drop your parcel back off at the locker and Amazon will come and pick it up. Now, what I like about returns with Amazon is if you ain't got a printer, they do a QR, which is great. But also, the minute you drop that off, you get your refund. Like, you get an email saying that you've been refunded, because it's sort of like an advance refund. So normally, like ages ago, you used to have to wait like 14 days for them to like receive it and then process it. But now they've got this new thing where, because they can see you've dropped it off, they advance the refund for you, which I think is better. So yeah, it was just like, I just can't understand it. Like, the woman's boxed it for you. Why do you need to then uncut it and then redo it? Like, we've provided the packaging for you, so like, surely can't you just put the label on it? Like, I just couldn't believe it. Like, she had to cut open, like, all that tape wasted, you know. I just don't understand it. But I only went in there to pick up my beans, so I love that Just Play game. The last couple of days it's been playing up because, oh my god, like, I looked at some of the Trustpilot reviews and people were saying that they had like 1 million reward points and only got paid out a penny. And then some people were saying that they didn't had any, like, every time it got to the cash out, it wouldn't let them cash out, and it said like initiated. And mine done that the other day. I think I got a 32p and a 18p gift card, and it just stuck there and it just said initiated, and it was stuck for like 2 days, literally just jammed. And with Just Play, for some reason they never reply. So when you've got a problem, you email it and then you sort of find the next day it's all fixed, because they don't say, it's like they work behind the screen and just don't reply back. They sort of fix it and then you've got to work out yourself if it's been fixed or not. So yeah, it was really playing up. Like, I lost 2 days worth of like vouchers that I could have got. So I'm actually like drained now. I've done so much talking in this session. So anyway, when I went back to get the parcel, I popped into Tesco's and really fancied, like, my ideal lunch is a Greg's like bap with a drink, a packet of Watsits, chocolate bar and a cake. And I actually I went to Sainsbury's, I think it was, and for my lunch I had obviously the bap that I told you about, but then I had the Watsits and the chocolate little bunnies are out, you know, them little they're like 60p or so, but you get like a giant chocolate bunny Malteser thing. And there is a version with Kit Kat now. I had that, and then you know when you're sitting there and you're really fancy and you just need something just to take that little bit edge off the hunger away. And because obviously my blood test was non-fasting, but obviously I didn't, like after 10 o'clock, that's me done. So I didn't even have time to have like something to eat this morning. So that was like my first opportunity of eating lunch at 1 o'clock. So from like 10 o'clock right the way around to 1 is quite a long time to stretch food, you know. And so I went into Tesco because I really fancied a cake and got 2 pecan slices. So let me just go and get them, just in case you don't know what they are in America. Okay, so just for you guys in America, because obviously different countries might have different things, but I absolutely love these. These are called, whoops, got my receipt stuck there. These are called 2 maple and pecan plats. And I think they were a bit expensive for $1.75. They used to be like $1.25, so it's a big jump. But they've got like pecan nuts on there, and you can see like the pecan jam there. They're just, oh my god, they're so good. Nutty and sweet, look. So, yeah, I thought that is just perfect. I'm having that. Because the last few weeks, I've been like really naughty, keep buying donuts. And you know when like you need a sugar fix? Well, I got hooked back onto donuts, and I'm trying, like, there's so like much sugar in them because you've got obviously the jam or the custard, but then they coat the actual donut in sugar. So I mean, years ago I used to love the ones on the you know, the pier where you could you know, see them being made, and then it'll flop in like the little runner, and then she'll dab it in the sugar. And I actually saw a post yesterday saying to do with McDonald's are doing a restaurant on the pier. Don't know if it was Clacton. So I've done this. I'm going to have a nice pecan plat. Like, this has been a full-on whipping chat. I've had so much to talk about, and it's lovely when you get days like that, because when there's like not much to talk about, you sort of got to like think as you go along. So as I'm talking now, I'm sort of thinking of what to say next. Let's do a weather forecast today, because today is bloody warm. It's really, really nice weather. Alexa, what's the weather forecast today, please, love?
In Braintree, it's 21 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect partly sunny weather, with a high of 21 degrees and a low of 4 degrees.
Wow. Let's do a weather forecast for the rest of the week. Alexa, what's the weather forecast for the rest of the week, love?
In Braintree, it's 21 degrees Celsius with clear skies and sun. Today, you can expect
I'm sure
partly
she's just
sunny
repeated
weather,
what she said
with a high
previously.
of 21 degrees and a low of 4 degrees.
Alexa, what's the weather forecast for the rest of the week?
In Braintree for the next 7 days.
There we go.
Saturday, 16 degrees Celsius and lots of sun. Sunday, 12 degrees and lots of sun. Monday, 13 degrees and lots of sun. Tuesday, 14 degrees
And lots of
mostly
sun.
sunny weather.
Oh,
Wednesday, 14 degrees and intermittent clouds. Thursday, 16 degrees and overcast weather. Friday, 16 degrees and lots of sun.
oh. So, I don't know why she didn't count the weekend, but I was going to say, because I thought it was going to say like a whole week of lots of sun, but I was going to say we better get our sun cream out, but it looks as if like we've got the next 3 days or so with lovely weather, and then obviously we're going to go, by the end of the week we've got like clouds and stuff and miserable rain and stuff. But just be mindful that I am filming this on the 4th of April, so this, you know, this will probably, weather forecast is commencing from obviously today onwards. So yeah, the next time you'll see this, probably Tuesday, because no, I want to put Bob in actually, so probably Wednesday you'll see this next, because I'm trying to alternate them because I've got so many projects on the go. I was actually kitting up, Liz Harrison sent me a mystery parcel thing, And she does them every now and then, where you could like, she'll send you like a mystery package. And Paula's got some as well. She gets some lovely things in hers. And I've actually got the unboxing for that, but I was waiting for her to send me 2 other paintings, because she got the drills all mucked up to the wrong painting, or sent me the wrong paint, but I think she's forgot. I mean, obviously her husband's been in and out of hospital, so obviously that must take priority. So yeah, I'm not in a rush for it, just whenever, or if she's forgot, then that's okay, that's not a problem. But I was kitting up one of the paintings to that last night, so I'm going to try and get, because that unboxing has oh, what's it called? That's the one that has the little tortoise of Timmy in. So I was telling you that my brother has a tortoise called Timmy. Well, I actually got him out of his tank and was letting him cool on the side to show you. They're so sensitive as well. Like, you only have to like gently tap their shell and they can feel it, because apparently their skin is actually built, or their skeleton is actually part of the shell. It's actually like embedded in it. So I mean, it must be very heavy, like carrying around that thing all day. But he's quite a nervous tortoise, so if you go near him, he'll like tuck his head in, because he thinks he's being attacked and stuff. It's yeah, we had a hedgehog like that once. We were many years ago. There was this hedgehog, and this cat was trying to play with it. So obviously putting his paw, and obviously he's rolled into a spiky ball, because that's what they do when they're threatened. They feel threatened, they will roll up into a spiky ball to protect themselves, and the cat wouldn't leave it alone, so we had to sort of go over and like get the hedgehog, put it in a bucket, and then just like let it roam around our garden. And then when the cat disappeared, we just let it back out into the wild. So yeah, poor little thing. That was many years ago. So this is the best bit. F's done now. Lovely. So let's get a bit of number 7. But yeah, so I reckon it'll be another session. I'm absolutely sweltering sitting here. I'm debating about bringing out the fans, because I want to, like, they're expensive on the electric, but I don't want to like get it out the cupboard and then it's gonna like turn cold again. So I don't know. And then obviously they say if you have a fan on all day, because it's something to do with the dry air, it can make you get a headache. And last summer I was getting like major headaches, because I used to sleep with the fan on, and that is so bad for your health. Literally so bad, because like it's just spinning dry air, and when it's hot as well, it's not going to blow cool air, it will just blow hot air. So yeah, but some people say that you can actually put like a jug behind it, and the water, something to do with the water, it can make it, supposed to make it cool or something. Or like, I think I've actually seen people actually put the fan near the window with the window open, and the cold air is supposed to like hit the fan and make it even colder. So yes, we're getting a lovely splash of colour in this now, so that's what I've got to do today as well. I've got to really must find them drills for that 40x50, because this is like the last one of the Easter. I literally have no other Easter paint in, so that's going to be like the next one to do. So yeah, but I didn't have that TPD driver come back today, so I think he's realised that he's probably been delivering it to the wrong house. So amount of times I've had parcels here for someone who lives in a different estate, and I've had to walk it round to them, because I'll give it like a couple of days if they'll pick it up. But sometimes because I'll always check the tracking on the parcel with the customer, and it don't even say like the house, it will say like, because with if you don't know the postcode, it will say verify postcode before you, it will only give you so much tracking until you put that postcode in. So if you don't know the postcode, it won't let you view it. But it's always shown like on the 4 or something. So I'll give it a couple of days, see if they come around to get it. But if they don't, then I'll walk it round to them. And last time that happened, took it round and it was an elderly person, and she said, oh, I've been, you know, waiting in for that all day. And I said, well, this is yours, it got delivered to mine. And she goes, do you know what, my son has been on the phone to them complaining because they keep delivering it to the wrong house, and they said it was delivered and it to me and it weren't. And I said, yeah, they keep on delivering your package to mine. So she goes, thank. And then after I went in there and gave it to her, she said, thanks ever so much, I'll let my son know. So it's nice when your parents look out for you though, isn't it? So especially when like you're elderly, because she must have been in her 70s. So, oh, is this a wiggly worm like crawling through the mud? Yeah, I think we'll do another session because that will give me time to like de-kit these ones, put these into like get the last few colours kitted up. I need to get some more stickers ordered because I'm running low on stickers. Actually looks like a snake, doesn't it? It's going, or like a worm, or well, actually just snow. I think it's worms. If you like, if they accidentally like cut in half, I think they can regrow their head. Alexa, do worms regrow their head?
From sciencing.com. A black worm can regrow all of its head segments,
Oh,
no matter how many are cut off.
oh my God.
A semi-fetida, a popular composting worm, can usually only regrow a few.
A black worm. Alexa, can a black worm cut off his head? I want to just listen to that again. Alexa,
Sure.
Can a worm regrow its head?
From 9.com.au. Researchers at the University of Washington have been studying the acorn worm and discovered they can regrow every major body part.
What?
Including their heads and internal organs after being sliced in half.
Lovely. Very nice. Sounds so like brutal, doesn't it? So the acorn worm can regrow all of its body. Like, Alexa, show me a picture of an acorn worm. Oh, that is one revolting looking thing. Look at this, guys. Oh my God. My wire's stuck. Look at that. That looks absolutely revolting. Acorn worm. Alexa, clear screen. It's making me cringe looking at that crappy thing. Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome.
Alexa, you're brilliant.
Thanks for
Your feedback. It's like The Simpsons, isn't it? Where she goes, feedback. Da, 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 da. Oh my God. Right, that's that done. Right. So, let's bring back number 6. I think we've got 6 here, have we? I'm sure we had number 6 because the wonderful Wizard of Oz. I really, really want to do a Wizard of Oz painting. Just trying to find one on Temu. Ooh, ooh, Temu. Ooh, ooh, Temu. I'm sure I had number 4 here. Yes, I'm going completely mad. Look, it's there. So we'll do number 4 next. Although, having said that, I was looking for number 6, so... Oh, I feel like we've got so much done. So I think this will be like a 3-session episode. So it's almost done, people. Almost done. Yay. It's so weird because I thought I would have finished the rabbit first, but I only started this yesterday and already it's almost complete. Like, that's what I love about these sizes. I always used to work on a 30x40 because I always felt like 20x20 was too small. It took me a long time to work for that size. But seeing how quick they get done, it just makes it even more nicer when you've got it on a wooden backing. You know, you don't have to worry about getting a frame. You can just put it in. I mean, you can take the wood off if you wanted to, but it'd be like a hard job trying to keep it you know, nice looking, because you can take the canvas off, because under here there's actually staples, so you can just pluck it off if you wanted to, trim it up, you know, with the excess, and just put it into a frame. It's possible to do it. So to moo, to moo. So yes, I'm gonna have a nice bum. EastEnders St. None, is it? It was quite an upsetting one last night. They were showing Martin's funeral, and Bex has come back, isn't she? But all I keep seeing is adverts about Patsy Palmer, who plays Bianca in EastEnders. Apparently she's supposed to be going into Big Brother, so yeah. Danny Beard's another one that's supposed to be going in there. I know who he is. Who else is there? So I think probably who I know so far, it'd probably be just Danny Beard and Bianca. So they're about all I know so far. Gonna have to pay a bit of Just Play, because there's something I want. I need to get some more bin bags, and with the council they'll only give you bin bags like every autumn. So I want to get the game. I've got it on 69p at the moment. If I can get that to £1.25, I can get a 20 sack of black bags. But it's so frustrating, because like the recycling bags, we can get them free here from the council. But the black bags, they do not like giving them out free for some reason. Now, you would think, like, the black bags and the recycling bags would, you know, cost the same amount of money. But, yeah, they don't like giving out things very much. So, right. I'm going to do 4 more drills, which are just these ones here. So, pat them away too quickly. And then all that that reminds me of Mrs. Quickly in Nanny McPhee, because the children tried to they'll, like, as she sits down in the chair, they shove her like a fork there to try and stop her, and then there's a scene where there's a worm in a sandwich and she starts to eat it. Like, how, like, I don't know if it was like a CGI effect, but yeah, I mean, even though the worm's like halfway out the sandwich, I wouldn't trust eating a sandwich with a worm in it. Like, no. But then, mind you, it could have been a jelly worm. You don't know. Like a jelly snake. But on that note, guys, we are finito. My pecan's calling me, and I want it now. I want it now, as Veronica Salt would say in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Okay, guys, there we go. I have a confession. I'm really sorry to announce that I've at someone's Easter egg. I bought it for a family member, and yesterday I had like no chocolate in the house, and I'm terrible for that, because like with Christmas, if I've bought a Tap It Unwrap It, the amount of times I've wrapped it up under the tree and ate it, like, oh my god, and then had to replace it. But I felt so bad for eating the Easter egg, but I had no chocolate, didn't want to go out, and I dived into it. And it's worse when you try and ignore it, and it's going, eat me, eat me, eat me, and I tried so hard to ignore it, and I tried like 4 times, and then it just would not go out of my mind, and I was like, right, that's it, I'm eating it. It was bloody lovely though, but oh my god, I feel so bad for eating it, so I've got to buy more now. And oh my god, Sainsbury's has got so many eggs right now, so yeah. But anyway, that's Lara looking fabulous and beautiful. So we've literally got a few sections to go. I think it's just CD6, and yeah, it's pretty much all that's left to do. There is this bit there, so we mustn't forget that bit, and obviously that bit up there. But she's looking so beautiful. Absolutely beautiful colours, and it's very pastel vibe, isn't it, with these greens. But these blue eggs, they're my favourite. I think they've come out really nice with the cream effect on there. Thank you very much for watching. If you want to get Lara or this lamb, if you want, You can get that along with the chicken and the rabbit, and you can see them on the range. The link's in the description of the video. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so that you can be alerted as and when a video pops up on the channel. Oh yeah. I'm always singing. I love singing. But anyway, you know what to do. Anyway, take care, guys, and have a beautiful day. Get out in the sunshine because it's not going to be there forever. And go and get an ice cream if the ice cream man comes round. Or just literally buy an ice cream from somewhere. And just sit in your garden with your deck chair, nice glass of lemonade, ice cream. Oh, beautiful. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.